some of the drama entails during or within the tavern walls, a mysterious figure walks into the tavern and he's not very obvious, he's not super out of place, but he walks in and he immediately goes into the back corner of the tavern and sits down. And while he's sitting down, he kind of looks around the area, kind of scoping it out. And then after a few seconds of sitting down, he notices all of you guys walk in. So he came in a little bit before you guys. As soon as he sees you all come in, he gets up and he starts gathering you. He'll put his hand on, Dolphin's shoulder, and just very quietly, with this very deep but whispery voice, he'll say, "Go to the booth in the back," and then he'll walk away. And then he'll go to every single one of you and say the exact same thing. Go to the booth in the back. And then you guys will all collect yourself there. Is there anything you guys want to say to each other now that y'all are all sitting at a table?
Okay.
Yeah, it's really silent because he doesn't know anybody at all, and he's just like, I don't know anybody. Who are you people?
Like, Zibble just feels out of place.
Well, this seems like a fine gathering, but may I ask, why did you gather us here?
So the mysterious figure now is, he sits down and he's got like this sense of confidence in his body language. He doesn't seem like he's afraid of anybody, and he just kind of looks at everybody for a moment and with just dead silence. And then when he looks at you, and y'all are all sat down, he takes something out of his cloak and he pushes it on the table, and it's a parchment or like a piece of paper. And he pulls his hand back and he sits back in his chair and he looks at you all. His voice is deep and it's dark and it's whispery, and he goes, "I see you've made it. Congratulations." And then he gestures his hand for somebody to grab the paper on the table.
I'll grab it.
I will try to grab it for him.
Favorite just looks at him and is like, "Made it? What do you mean, made it?"
The mysterious figure does not say anything to your words. He just sits there and waits for you to open the paper. Are we gonna open the paper?
Yeah.
I don't know does Kava have it?
Oh, wait.
I will try to grab it if nobody else tries to grab it for me.
Oh, wait.
No, we're good.
Okay, so who has it in their hands?
I guess it shall be me, and I shall try to read it.
Okay, so once you open it, it's got a map. But there's no letterings, there's no nothing, it's just a map. The guy looks at you guys, and again, in that voice, he looks at you and he says, "Keep track of this, you wouldn't want to get lost." And then all of a sudden, his body just turns to mist and disappears. And he's gone. And while this is happening, we have Coyote walk into the room. So, Eddie, if you'd like to introduce your character, you can give a description of what he looks like, his name, and whatever information you want to give to everybody about your character. And don't feel nervous.
Okay, first, mic is working, correct?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Coyote. I just came from town. I'm a little tired. I'm a little sleepy right now. Had to sleep under a bridge last night. It was crazy. I'm just trying to make it right now. Life's a little hard. I'm just trying to make it. Yeah. I'm a rogue. I just go around town minding my own business.
Well, life is never easy, so that must be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that Coyote's finally with you guys, he is sitting with you guys as you're all circled around this map. And you're looking at it, and again, there's no markings, there's no lettering, there's no note attached to the map, it's just a map. However, if you look in the far corner of the map, there will be a small circle around a tiny townhouse. It's a little bit on the far end of the Trigon city. There's, like I said, there's no note, there's nothing. So the matter of getting there is up to you guys.
Is this like the map of the city or map of the what?
This is going to be the map of like all of the regions.
Oh,
but
okay,
it
okay.
also it goes into very intense detail to where you can see kind of like where all the roads are, where like the town centers are going to be, where major buildings are going to be, like police station type things and government type buildings and stuff like that. So on the map in the Trigon area, there's a small circle on a small townhouse that's a couple hour walk away from where you are now. So it's like on the opposite side of town.
Okay. Well, I don't know about all of you, but I don't. My supplies are all well and done. If it's all right with you all, I would rather we go straight to this mysterious townhouse.
Yeah, I absolutely forward this. I am very
I as
intrigued
well.
by this.
I say, and we have everything. Is everyone prepared before we even move on from this?
I don't know. We should go, guys, but let's do it. Why not? You know.
Yeah. Hold on, I muted.
Okay, so now that you've all kind of agreed to go to the or to this townhouse, you all walk out of the tavern, and then a mysterious cloaked figure comes out again. Not the one that you saw at the table, but the tiefling that was speaking to, I closed my notes, hold on. That was speaking to Dolvin, I believe.
Me.
Or Kava. Okay, so he's speaking to Kava.
Me.
So
Yes.
he comes out from around the corner, he kind of just stands in front of all of you guys, and he looks at you with this very intense look in his eyes, and he goes, "You guys seem a little bit lost. Do you need someone to help you get around town?"
What's the catch?
Catch? There's no catch. There's nothing. I'm just a nice person wanting to help some very nice people from the looks of it.
Well, you do seem like a nice person. I mean, what I say. Why don't you introduce a nice person? Let him come.
Era's just like, I don't know about this. I don't. It's a little suspicious.
Usually bad people call themselves nice.
Yeah.
Are you by yourself or do you come with a group?
I'm by myself. There's nobody around me, and then he gestures with his hands up and looks around a little bit, seeing that there's nobody else nearby him, as far as you can see.
DM, can I use Divine Sense?
Ooh, what does that ability do? Sorry.
Oh, my bad. As an action, I can detect good and evil. Until the end of the turn, I can sense anything affected by a hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 16 feet.
And
That is not behind. Part of Paladin.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong person. Okay, let me take a look at it so I can make sure that you're rolling the right stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you need to roll for that?
It's no roll. They
No
just
roll.
detect it. If they can detect it.
Okay, so you use detect senses on him, or divine sense, I apologize. And there's a hint of malice in him, but he's not entirely evil. Like, he's not going to kill you or, try and stuff you in an alleyway, but he's not exactly trustworthy either.
Hmm. Kind of think on this.
So maybe we can just keep guard of him. Like have one of us keep guard of him. Or all of
Yeah.
us.
I think we
apologize.
put
Give
him
me
in the
1
middle of
second.
the group and
My dog's barking. Give me 1 moment.
You're fine.
Hey!
Stop it. Go back. Oh my god. I shouldn't have ate that chicken. I regret that decision.
How about one of us keeps an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do anything odds-worthy?
I can keep chatting him the hallway. I can take that role. Very preferably.
I apologize for that. I've got a puppy. So what are we gonna do with him?
One of us will keep an eye on him.
Okay, so one of you guys are going to just kind of watch him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. And then... Alright. Ah, shit, it doesn't work. Okay, we'll ignore the music. It's disappeared now. Okay, so you have now left the tavern completely. You've got this new person along with you guys that, like we were saying earlier, is a little bit, a little bit suspicious, and, his body language is kind of, you don't really know what's going to happen with him, and, so he shows you where to go. He, walks with you guys down throughout, the Trigon, streets, and there are people that are on other sides, and they're all talking, and they're selling things, and they're, hold on 1 second. They're talking and whatever, and then all of a sudden, whoever's out on the far end, a guy grabs your arm, and he looks at you, and he goes, "You look like somebody who might be interested in a very rare potion," and he kind of pulls you with him. Let's see, why don't we go ahead and go with, just for the hell of it, let's go with Bibble. He grabs Bibble.
Or Bibble.
Full of anxiety.
That's why I wanted to do it, because I thought it'd be kind of funny. Okay, so he grabs Bibble,
Anxiety.
and he's looking at you, and he goes, "Well, you look like you'd be interested in buying a very rare potion. It is said to be the most powerful potion known in all of this city. Why don't you come over to my stand? Let me show you. Let me show you this magical potion that I've brewed specifically for you. You look like somebody who would really like this potion."
Oh.
You gonna say anything to him?
Sorry, my bird. Can I glance over at the group?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Half the time Bibble just doesn't know what to do, so. How much is it?
Well, it would be let's see, 50 gold for this potion, and it's absolutely amazing. It is the best on the market. You will not regret buying this.
Error walks over.
And
looks down at
legit, though.
Error kind of walks over and just stares down at the man, just like, "No. Bibble.
So loud.
No." He's like, "Save your gold, Bibble, please."
Oh, don't listen to them. Just it's okay. Like, this potion, I'm telling you, it is the best. Just trust me. Come on. Like, there's nothing untrustworthy about me. I mean, look at me. I am just another salesman trying to make some money in Trigon and sell you this amazing potion.
And Era just has that, the merchant can sense like a dark feeling coming off, like beaming off of Era, and he's just staring him down with his one red eye, and it just growling like, "No, we are leaving. Thank you for your service."
I feel like Bibble is just like puffing up, just like, I'm unsure. I don't know.
Era just grabs Bibble and he's like, "Let's go. Come on. No,
Okay.
just
Yeah, I apologize, but maybe no.
Oh, come on. You can't say no to a face like this.
Owen walks over. Excuse me, sir. He doesn't want it. But say, if this potion's so great, what does it do?
Well, it clearly gives you absolutely amazing powers. It makes you super strong, or it can make you super smart. It just depends on who drinks it. It raises whatever attribute you're best at and just makes it 10 times more intense.
This potion is so great. Where did you get it?
Well, like I said earlier, I crafted it myself. I brewed it right over here in my beautiful shop right behind us. If you'd like, you can go and look at my other stuff. My doors are wide open.
Is there a question? Can there be a taste test? By curiosity.
I mean, you can roll a perception, but you can't, not a taste testing.
Because I feel like one of them would, maybe one of them can like sense like just the pure, like they just know something's wrong with it. I don't know.
Can I roll an intimidation check?
If you'd like to, go ahead.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Bibble won't really be able to sniff it to see if it's like suspicious because birds can't smell.
Well, it wouldn't
I
matter
rolled a
because there's a
16.
stopper on top of it. A 16? Okay.
Yep.
So you walk up to him and you're trying to like puff out your chest and be a little more intimidating and try and scare off this a little bit older shopkeeper. He kind of looks at you and he backs away and he decides like, this guy's really scary to me, but I'm just gonna ignore him and maybe he'll leave me alone. So he looks away from you. He's a little bit intimidated by you, but he's not so overly intimidated by you that he leaves you guys alone. And he continues to press on Bibble on purchasing this absolutely amazing potion he's trying to sell.
Can I try to roll initiative? Maybe it could scare him off a little bit more. Just
You want to roll a what?
Is it, you say initiative? Or no, I kind of want to scare him off, but I don't know how.
Initiative would be like at the start of a fight. Like who would start first. Initiative is like who goes first.
Okay,
Like intimidation.
So you can roll an intimidation, but if your intimidation is not that high, then you might not do much.
yeah.
But like I said, you can roll an intelligence check, you can roll a perception check on the potion to try and see if maybe you can figure out something.
Into perception. I can't find my stuff though, which is weird. Sorry, I'm trying to like look at my stuff. I can't even see it.
Can I try to take a look at the potion and see if I can determine which kind of potion it is?
Yeah, do you want to roll what roll do you want to do? Perception or an intelligence?
How does Arcana sound like?
Yeah, you can totally do an Arcana. Oh, shit.
22.
Okay, so when you look at this potion bottle, it's made out of a clear glass, so you can see through it. But the potion inside is giving off something that is of a fluke. It looks like it's just got food coloring, like water with food coloring in it. There's nothing special about it. It doesn't have a glow to it, and it doesn't have any kind of like strength modifying aura coming off of it. And clearly this guy's trying to sell you guys out.
Well. I don't think we will be buying colored water today, but I will keep you in mind if you actually got some good stuff.
Colored water. Do you really think that I would sell colored water? I am a potion master of this street. What makes you think I would just toss food coloring in a potion bottle?
Can I make a perception check?
A perception check, yeah?
What do I need to roll?
A 20 plus your perception.
Okay, 20. So 11 plus 11.
11 plus a 1?
No, 11. 22.
Did you roll your dice twice?
No, my perception is 11.
Huh?
Oh, you're looking at passive perception. Passive perception is when you're
So
not
in the
looking at
middle,
things.
there's gonna be acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics, so on and so forth. That will be what you're gonna add to. You're okay.
Trust me, I had to find mine. I couldn't find mine. I was like, where is it at? Found
So
it.
from what I'm looking at, your perception is 1, so you would have a 12.
Okay. Yeah, my bad, I didn't see.
You're okay. So with
I'm
your
new to
perception, with your perception check, you can't tell. You kind of get this weird aura coming off of him, but other than that, you really can't tell if he's telling the truth or not. So it's a little unsure, but you can definitely feel something a little suspicious about him, but you just don't know what it is specifically.
I might try to roll perception, actually, to see if maybe I can sense something. If my leg will bend. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, I'm stuck. It's been cleaning my deck all day was not a good idea, but had to do it. Oh, snap.
Is there anything else anybody else wants to do with him? The tiefling you guys are with is kind of getting impatient. He's crossing his arms and tapping his foot, saying that he doesn't have time for this and that we need to get moving.
Apologies, sir,
Eric
but
just looks back at him and like, you can give us a second, you'll be okay.
And then he just kind of rolls his eyes and turns away from the group and looks off to the street with the other shops and just kind of stands there, brooding.
Eric kind of wants to see if he can set something off. I did perception. I have 19 because my
19.
perception's 4 plus 15. Yep.
Okay, so you can definitely tell that he's lying. Like, the way that his body language is, the way that his words seem to kind of quiver whenever you try and tell him that he's lying, he gets a little nervous, and you can tell every time you guys try and tell him off. His body language is very meek and very nervous, and he's worried you guys are going to actually figure out that this is, in fact, just colored water.
apologies, sir, but we have places to be. But if you want, we could get the authorities to check and see if this is legit.
There's no need to check if it's legit. I am telling you right here, right now, this is legit. And if you don't buy this now, then I will never sell to you guys again. And his body, he seemed to get a little frustrated, his voice getting a little more angry as it seems to go into a deep growl out of annoyance, saying like, you need to just buy the potion. Is essentially what his body language is getting off now.
I just won't quit, Jesus.
I will start walking away.
Sorry, sir, but we have places to be. Come on, Bibble. Come on, guys. Let's go.
As you guys all kind of walk away, he doesn't seem as angry you're walking away. He seems almost relieved. Like, he can go and try and find somebody else who's a little more naive and will take his very much fake potion.
Like, I almost got caught. Dang it.
Okay, so you guys continue to walk down the street, and as you're walking, because it is just maybe about an hour and a half walk, the sun is beginning to start getting towards the other side as it's getting later into the afternoon, and eventually you do reach this small townhouse. From the outside, it looks almost abandoned. It looks older, it looks like it's been there for a very long time. The windows are it's got little wooden things over the windows that seem to be kind of falling off, like the nails are coming loose, and there's a lot of vines going up and down this house, but there's no leaves on it because of the blistering sun in this environment. Nothing like that could survive very well.
Is the sun down already?
No, it is still up. It's like maybe a couple hours before the sun's setting. So it's starting to get a little bit dark, but you can still see just fine.
Coyote goes to investigate the outside of the house, just make sure no one is around.
You want to roll an investigation for me?
How do I do that?
Roll a 20 plus your investigation.
Which dice do I roll? The
20.
D20?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then... Okay,
Plus your investigation.
Okay. Got it. Sorry, it's the first time doing it, guys.
You're good. Trust me.
I got a 9, and then investigation is... What's investigation? Investigating is...
Cerberus!
So 11?
You got an 11?
Yes.
So, from the outside, it just looks like an everyday abandoned house. There's nothing outside that's really making you feel like there's danger around the house on the outside, and it looks as though maybe nobody even lives here.
Have Dolvin try to open the door.
Okay, so when you try, you're gonna walk up to the door and you're gonna try and open it, but it does not budge. But you hear a little bit of a scurry happening in the house, and it's like somebody trying to rush to get to the door as quick as possible. And as the door opens, you get a very short, older tiefling lady, which let me get the picture for reference. But you get an older tiefling lady. She opens the door and she sees you all standing in front of it, and she's going, "Well, I didn't know I was gonna have visitors. What are you guys doing here? Can I help you?"
Can I do a perception check?
Yes, go ahead.
Cool beans. All right. I rolled a 5.
Okay, is that plus your perception?
Yes.
Okay. The old lady seems like she's harmless. She doesn't look like she's got anything to hide from you or anything like that. But seeing as you guys all look a little, on the more tired side since the day is beginning to end, she backs away from the door a little bit and she goes, well come on in. I'm pulling an apple pie out of the oven now. Well, come in and have a slice. And she gestures all of you guys to come on in. The tiefling that you guys were with was a little bit annoyed that, he wasn't paid for helping you, but he scoffs and then walks away, just a little bit annoyed.
I'm sorry, ma'am. This scam of a guy brought us to this house. Didn't tell us anyone was here.
But if you look at the map, this is the townhouse you needed to be at.
Mm.
That's true.
Well, that
So
is
she
mighty
continues
kind
to-
of you, Miss Ma'am. We would gladly like to come in. Isn't that right, guys?
Yes, it is.
So as you guys all kind of walk in, she lets you in, and as soon as the last person's in, she closes the door behind you and she locks it, and she walks into the house and she walks over to what looks like a mural for some sort of goddess. She's got a huge painting in the very middle of it with a few candles that are surrounding it. She walks over to it and she lights her own candle and she starts to light the other ones that are surrounding the pictures. And then she puts down the candle, she turns around and she looks at you and she clasps her hands together and she goes, well, what brought you here? What can I help you with?
You have been circled on a map by a mysterious figure, and we have to find out what is going on.
Well, that's quite strange. Oh my gosh, I just heard something fall. Give me 1 second.
Good.
Cerberus!
Oops.
I feel like I missed out a lot with the intro because I'm a little lost.
No, I'm just kidding. You're good. Oh, that
I'm
did
so
not
sorry.
sound
It
good.
sounded like somebody fell, and I thought my dog knocked something over, but nothing was knocked
Oh.
over. So, well, anyways, as I was saying, she's kind of tilting her head a little bit, and she's looking around her small little home, which on the inside it looks almost brand new. Like, it does not look abandoned like the outside does. A small couch in the middle with a small coffee table in front of it, and she's got a lot of just normal decor around the house that doesn't seem too out of the ordinary.
Curious. Can you tell us about the statue in the room?
You can roll an investigation or a history check. History check would be more accurate.
Okay.
I think,
Uh,
or religion.
Or religion, yes. Yes, that is correct. You can do history or religion.
I'll do a religion check.
Okay, go ahead.
I know my religion check was really hard. Oh my
With the
God.
bonus, I got a 13.
Okay, so as you're looking at it, it's a little bit hard to tell because the painting looks a little bit tattered, a little bit older, on the older side. Like the candles as well look a little bit more on the older side. And the painting looks like it might be one of the goddess of the Lunaris sisters. You can't really tell which one it is because of the tatteredness of the painting, but you know, based off of some of the little things that you can notice, like the sun and the moon, that you can realize that yes, this is one of the paintings of one of the 3 Lunaris goddesses.
Okay, let's see. Question, can you tell us the history of this city?
So the most knowledge that you're gonna get is gonna be mostly in what I said before. I can read it out loud if you give me just 1 second.
No. No, that's good.
Okay. So that's the majority of what it is. The Lunaris goddesses is a global thing. Like, it's not just for the Lunaris city.
Gotcha.
I asked the lady, what does the Lunaris goddess do for you?
The old tiefling lady kind of looks at you, and she looks at you up and down just a little bit before turning back to the mule behind her, and she goes, well, you know, I've been worshipping this goddess since I used to live in Lunaris many, many, many years ago, teaching at the school of Lunaris. So, this goddess here, she's been the one to look over me and to put so much honor and knowledge into me to be able to teach the students of the Lunaris school the knowledge they need to know. And then she kind of smiles as she's talking about it, and then she walks past everybody over to one of the dressers that are on the sides of the room, and she picks up a picture, and she walks back over to you guys, and she pulls the picture up and hands it to you, and it's a picture of her a little bit younger and surrounded by 2 or 3 students that seem to look as though they are from the school of Lunaris, wearing white and gold on their school uniforms.
Okay. How long have you been teaching at this school?
Oh, dearie. She seems to kind of laugh and tilt her head over to the side as she thinks about what to say. It's been a very long time. I've been teaching for almost too many years, maybe hundreds. I'm just, it's so devastating to hear what happened to Lunaris and the curse that was bestowed below it, and I'm hoping one day it'll open again so I can visit and be able to teach maybe 1 year.
First, you say.
Hold on 1 second again. Get out. Come on. Out. Out. No. Come on. Get out of the room. Go. I'm sorry, my dog will bark if I don't kick him out. Come on. No. Get.
Oh, good.
Thank you. I thought I could trust him, but then he started jumping on me. Okay, what was your question? I apologize.
A curse, you say? Mind explaining this a little bit more in detail?
You guys aren't aware of the curse that was put down upon Lunaris? She looks a little confused and almost shocked that you guys don't know, because it's something that's widely known between all of the regions.
Well, we aren't really native, so to say, so we are a little bit out of the loop.
She looks at you a little bit confused and shocked, and she looks around the room just a little bit, and then she kind of lets out a hum to herself, and then she goes, "Are you perhaps adventurers that are trying to lift the curse?" And her face almost seems to light up whenever she asks this question.
That is going a bit too far, but yes, we are adventurers.
Well, and then she lifts up her finger and she kind of shakes it and turns around. As she's walking away, she walks towards this pretty decent-sized bookshelf, and she pulls off a book that looks old and it looks like it's been around the block. She walks back over to you and she's dusting off the top of it. She blows as dust just completely flies off, and she holds the book up to whoever wants to grab it and goes, "Well, perhaps this can help." And she holds the book up for someone to grab.
I'll take it.
Okay, so you take the book, and when you hold it in your hand, it looks like it's like I said, it's been through the ringer. It's got scruffs and scratches all over the encasing and the cover of it, and on the very front of it, it looks like it's got like what would or used to be gold engravings on the front of it, but there's no title on it. It's just a normal book.
What happened to this book?
Well, that book is hundreds, if not centuries, years old. It's been around the block. I took that from the school when I used to work there. Thought I would read up on it whenever I felt like it.
Curious, how long ago has this curse been?
Oh, I think I heard about it. Maybe almost 10 years ago, maybe? It's been there for a while, you know? It's very devastating to hear, and she seems to almost get a little sad as she's talking about it.
Coyote, perhaps you should read the book, see if it has anything that we should know of.
I opened the book up.
So the contents of the book seem to be the history of the Lunaris sisters, including the knowledge of all three of them, starting off with Priscilla, the goddess of darkness and night, Telia, the goddess of light and sun, and Yesilia, the goddess of sleep and dusk. It talks about when they came about and what they do, but there's pages that are torn from the book, and it looks like it might have been important pages that have been torn.
Why were these pages torn out? Why does this book look like it's been ripped apart into specific parts?
Well, like I said, that book is quite old, and actually, and then she walks over and she kind of flips the pages, and then she goes to the very front of the book, and she taps it with her very old and wrinkly finger, and she looks, well, it looks like the last person to have this was a young boy named Verdan. He's one of my few friends that came to visit me in this decrepit town. And then she kind of steps away, and then all of a sudden you like kind of smell a little bit of smoke, and she gets a little like, she perks up and she goes, "Oh, I forgot about my pie," and then she runs out of the room, and then she's no longer in the room with you guys.
Eric kind of looks at the book and kind of sits and wonders. He just says, I wonder why he even ripped that page out in the first place, or what was that page? Does it say what it was?
Do you want to try and roll a perception?
Huh. Oh.
Or a investigation or a perception?
I bet you said investigation. Really? Things acting up. Where are you? There you are. Oh god, that's even higher. Why is that so high? 14, 19 again. Good god.
A 19?
Yeah, 14. I rolled a 14 and it's at 5 for my
Okay, so
investigation.
when you look at this book, you can kind of tell some of the pages before and after these pages that have been ripped out, and it looks like it's almost like a history of a war that happened in Lunaris centuries ago. But, of course, the pages that are ripped are the important pages that you need to know about what this war was waged on and who was in said war.
I may be assuming a lot here, but could this Verdan be our mysterious giver back at the tavern?
You guys can talk amongst one another. I don't want to keep guiding you guys. I want you guys to talk.
Yeah.
Me, it could be. We can go find out.
We could ask her for some details about Verdan's his appearance, maybe.
Though I would like to go out to where the tiefling went.
Yeah, same.
So for
We don't
that,
wanna walk alone.
you will need to do an investigation or a perception. Hold on. Perception. Roll a perception.
Oh, all right.
Ow!
Alrighty.
What is it with me in 19s?
Oh, you're the one going.
You rolled a 15 from what I can see.
I rolled a 15 and got 4 for my...
So are you both standing at the window trying to look for the tiefling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it dark outside?
It is not too dark. Like I said, the sun is starting to set, but it's not dark enough. With y'all's rolls, You can kind of see him walking away, but he soon disappears off into the streets again. And you lose track of him.
Perhaps we should check. Oh, perhaps we should check on our house guest. Make sure she hasn't burnt herself,
Oh,
so to say.
yeah. So we just all head back to the small little shed.
Okay, so you guys all go into the kitchen where the tiefling is, and she's got the pie out and she's starting to cut it up in slices, and she turns around and she jumps a little bit because she's surprised that you guys are all in here, and she goes, "Oh, well, hello. I was just getting everybody a slice of my pie. Does anybody like a slice?"
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
If I could taste it, yes, but sadly I cannot.
I smelled it from the other room. It smells amazing.
I would love to have one, but quick question. Can you tell us more about about this, about the first person who owned the book? For Dan, was it?
Oh, Verdun was not the first person to own that book. He was just the last person to use it. He's, I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. He's Harrigan. He's a 5-foot fella. He lives over in Falkirk. If you really want to try and find him, then you should try there first.
Thank you for the information, ma'am. Now, I would like to have that apple pie of yours, if that will be an issue.
Of course. And so she scrambles to get all of the plates, and she sets them up on a very small dining room table, a table that not all of y'all can sit at. And she puts out little forks next to them, and she steps away, and she goes, "Well, go ahead, dig in. And then she backs away, and she just kind of watches, waiting for you guys to eat.
Just sits in the corner, just watching them, but he's just like, eh.
Just
anytime
watching.
he just eats so the sad part with him is anytime he eats anything food related, it tastes like dirt. That's the only worst part for him. So he doesn't eat much.
Peyote nicely declines a piece of pie and whispers off into the wind, "I'm not so sure about this piece of pie."
Can I do a,
Piece with pie.
While you guys are kind of deciding on what to do, she's off in the corner, and she tilts her head, and she goes, "Is everything all right?"
Everything is perfectly
No.
fine.
Yep, everything's good.
Everything
I
is
will,
fine.
I will definitely eat some of the pie.
I would
wait.
love to eat some pie, but I ain't on the way here, so.
Sacrifice. No, I'm just kidding. Like, the pie was a lie. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll give it a small taste, just to see.
So you took a bite out of it.
Yep, I took a bite.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take a bite out of it.
Eddie, or anybody else want to take a bite? Or is it just them two?
I'm all in for the crew. I'll take a bite with it.
So the moment that apple pie touches your tongue starts to burn. And it's not like it's because it's too hot. It's almost like there's something in the pie that is just not sitting well with you. And the more that you chew on it, the more it feels like it's almost trying to disintegrate your tongue. And it does not taste good either.
What did you put in that pie, by curiosity? He sees the reactions, and he just looks at her, and he asks her, "What did you put in that pie?"
The moment that question comes out, she looks over at you, and she tilts her head to the side, but she tilts it a little too far. And she looks at you, and she goes, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then that's all she says. She just looks at you, tilting her head.
I would like to. I would like to use divine sense, if that is all right.
Actually, I want everyone to roll initiative.
Oh god.
How did I know this was? I don't know why I had a bad feeling. I was like, this sweet little old lady. No.
Sweet old
I rolled a
Right.
20. 21.
A nat 20?
I rolled a nat 21.
So a nat 21. So you are Dolvin. So Dolvin, okay.
You said
Dolvin
Yeah.
rolled a nat 20 or 21.
I have a 16.
And you're Kava?
16.
Yeah, so you're Kava, right? So I'm double checking. I'm making
Yes.
sure I'm getting these names correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am
Yeah,
color.
he's got that.
Which
What
dice?
was we rolling again?
20.
I'm sorry, I had a brain fart.
Initiative.
Initiative.
3,
And then it's plus your initiative.
10 plus 3, 13. Damn.
Okay, so Era, you're at 15? Is that what you said?
No, 13.
13. Oops, I almost gave you too
Yep.
much credit.
Oh, you're good. I was trying to read right. I was like, oh.
Okay.
It's I rolled a 7, but plus which one?
Plus your initiative. It's gonna be on the far left. Well, on PC it's on the far left.
Oh, 3. So a 10.
So you got a 10? So that's
Uh-huh.
Coyote got a 10. Okay. Please work, please work. Yes! The music works. So while we're rolling initiative, the tiefling lady kind of tilts her head off to the other side. Again, it's going too far, and then all of a sudden, her body seems to almost be bubbling. It's making a gurgling sound as she's standing there, and then all of a sudden, her entire body just seems to explode, and this werewolf-like figure comes out from underneath. And of course, because of the old age, this werewolf is of old age and has half hit points.
Aura like quickly gets out of his chair and just backs up a little bit, like, oh great, great.
And then those who ate the pie will also be doing a disadvantage on your first attack.
Oh,
Doing a what?
A disadvantage. So you'll roll twice, and whichever one's lower.
Okay.
That's
Is
all
it
the
the
roll
20?
twice.
You'll roll the 20 twice, and whichever one's lower will
Okay.
be that one.
Okay.
I still
Got it.
need Quinn to roll initiative.
I got 20 plus a 4.
Well, it's not your turn yet.
Oh, my fault.
I'll say whenever it's your turn, but we're waiting for Quinn to roll initiative.
Got it.
Quinn, are you still there, buddy?
You are on mute. I don't know if you're on purpose.
We'll assume they're busy and we'll just put them at last for right now. So, Dolvin, you are the first person to attack. And currently, you're sitting at the dining room table, so you're probably a good 15 feet away from her.
Okay. And so, since I ate the pie, what disadvantage do I have? I have to roll
On
twice.
your damage.
Yes.
So you'll roll
how
twice,
much-
and whichever one is the lower one.
Okay.
And again,
With
like I
my
said,
short
she's got
sword-
half health.
Oh, so I have half health? Okay.
No, she's got half health.
Oh, she got half health,
Yes, yes.
okay. I try to rush in with my short sword to attack.
Okay. I didn't even roll initiative for her. Okay, y'all are good. Okay, so
let
roll
me-
for your attack and then roll for damage. Both with disadvantage.
Gotcha. Okay. My hit is 18 plus 5, so 23. Let's see, damage.
Burrito, do you know if there's disadvantage on D&D Beyond?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
if you-
it automatically populates.
Okay.
Yeah, there's also, you can do a straight up if you right click on something, you can roll disadvantage. Any roll, if you right click on it.
So you said that 7 was your attack?
Well, 7 is the damage, 23 is the attack.
Okay, so you definitely hit. And you said 7 was the damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do 7 damage to her, and she kind of stumbles back, and she holds where you slashed her, and she just lets out this low growl of annoyance, and she just like tries to step back and move away from you guys.
Air follows. He's
So-
like, no.
Well, the next person's gonna be Kava, so Kava.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, my bad. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be very surprised. I yell out and I will try and cast Dissonant Whispers on her. I need a Wisdom 13 saving throw.
13?
13.
She rolled a
What's the DC?
15,
Aye.
so she was saved.
She still takes half, which is gonna be 5. 5 plus 5 damage.
Okay, so lucky for you, that is all of her health. You've killed her. She falls to the ground and she's letting out this scream of pain, and she's twitching and she's moving around like crazy, and then all of a sudden it just stops. And it's just a limp werewolf there, laying on the ground.
Ugh. Well, that was surprising,
I'm
to
still
say the
trying to-
least.
I'm still trying to recover from this pot.
Yeah.
Air has like some of the like a canteen of water and just hands it to them. She's like, here, just drink this.
Thank you.
At least try to get the taste out of your mouth.
Thank you.
So now what do we do with her?
Well, I don't know, but I will definitely pocket this pie.
So while this
The
is all
body's
going
still
on,
there, or did it disappear?
it's still there. And while she's dead, there's like this mist that seems to emit from her that starts to go over the entire house that you're sitting in, or that you're standing in, that she's now dead in. The walls become decrepit, and the inside starts to look like the outside. There's mold on the walls, there's holes on in the floor, and there's doors missing, and there's hinges coming off of other doors, and there's no painting, and all that's left is that goddess mural that is still standing strong with the candles still lit.
Is
Well,
this house an illusion?
seems like it.
Can we take the
I'll lo-
statue?
I would like to check the body.
Okay, would that be an investigation check, Burrito?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, that-
by the investigation.
It's well, if it's a dead body, it's investigation or medicine.
Okay. So which one do you want?
Yeah, I'll roll medicine.
Okay.
11 plus 2, 13.
Okay, so when you look at the body, it's clearly limp right now, and it's not moving. There's no sign of life. The eyes are still open, but it seems like the actual pupils of the eye have rolled back to the back of her head, so it's just it's just white. And the only thing that you can really notice is the gashes that you put on her that you guys put on her with the short sword. But there's not much else that you can notice from her other than that.
I find it odd that out of everything, the painting is what is. The painting hasn't rotten out.
I wonder if everything she told us was true. Or deception.
I would like to investigate the painting.
Okay. Roll an investigation check then.
Alright. 3.
So, once again, you can't notice anything about the painting that you didn't notice before. There's nothing different to you. It just looks like a mural to a goddess. And like I said, the
do you
candles
mind
are
helping
still
me
lit.
out with this? Oh, my bad, sorry.
I'll just say the candles are still lit.
Maybe we blow the candles out?
I mean, you can, if you'd like to.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So as the candles get blown out from this mural, you hear a creak behind you, and a door to a room in the other part has been opened, just very slightly opened.
Oh, that's not ominous at all. Well, I don't know about you all, but we just killed a wolf. At this point, I'm just willing to do about anything.
So, stay away from pie next time.
I learned my lesson with that one.
The pie is a lie.
No, they said the pie was a lie, and I was trying not to laugh.
The pie is always a lie.
So what do you guys want to do?
I thought it was the cake is a lie.
It's both. Now it's
if-
pie.
If we're all in agreement, do you guys want to go through the door?
Yes, absolutely. Without a question.
I think we should loot a little bit before we go. See if she has anything we could take.
So
Honestly,
the house is
I kinda
completely
feel-
abandoned, and there's nothing in it. It's been abandoned for hundreds of years. That's how abandoned it is. No one has lived in that house for hundreds of years.
We're fine. Let's go, guys.
The most you're gonna find is probably rotten food, and I mean you can't eat rotten food.
Ew.
It's better than that pie.
Probably just as bad, honestly.
No. Please no. I don't want to have to carry y'all.
So, y'all want to investigate the door that opened?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I would love to do that.
So as you walk up to the door, you can't really see anything right now because it is pitch black in the room that you have open.
I do have dark vision.
Okay, so
we do shoot.
why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception?
I think I have dark vision as well.
I think
8.
a lot of y'all got dark vision.
I do.
Okay, so
Okay.
whenever you look into the room, you can see something, but you're not really entirely too sure what it is. As you guys fully step into the room, so now you're no longer just looking at it from the inside, candles begin to light up, and the room becomes completely lit now. And when you do, the old lady you saw before is hung up on the wall right in front of you, and in blood, it says, "She will never be forgotten." And then there are pictures laddered about the floor that look very similarly to the goddess that was being hung up in the other room.
Can I go investigate the body?
Yes. To go ahead and either do an investigation or a medicine check, since the body is,
What was the other one? Investigation or what?
investigation or medicine.
Let's do investigation.
Okay.
I got a 12 plus 3, 15.
So 15, so you said investigation, correct?
Yes.
So when you walk up to the body, it looks like it's been sacrificed. It does not look like a body that was killed for just a random reason. It looks like it's been sacrificed for the goddess. Again, that is got pictures of her laddered about the floor of the room you're in.
This can't be a coincidence. First the curse, now the goddess, and then the sacrifice.
This room gives me the creeps.
Eric kind of has to pull away just because of the blood, so he's just like, I'm going to come walk out there for a little bit.
The moment you tried to leave, the door shuts.
Oh, fuck.
And the candles continue to stay lit, but the door is completely shut.
Well, we're
Oh.
stuck in here.
How about we the same way we got out? Let's blow out the candles.
As
And I
the
will start blowing out
candles,
the candles.
as the candles begin to get blown out, nothing changes. You're just now in a dark room.
You know, there's good ideas, and then there's bad ideas. This
I
was
do
not a good idea.
I do have a torch and a tinderbox if that helps.
Can I use dark vision real quick to see if anything came in while we turned off the candles?
So even with dark vision, nothing came into the room. It's just a pitch black room, and the only way to get out would be a boarded up window, or you can try and get the door open. but there's nothing else in that
Who
room.
wants to go through the window?
Hmm.
Who wants to be thrown through the window?
Can I can I use divine sense?
On.
Damn. Let me retract that.
Can I do an unarmed strike, maybe? Or is
If
it
you'd like
only
to, you
just
would
for-
have to do a strength check.
Okay, so that involves. Oh, let me get out all my dice. Which ones does that involve, though? Is it like a D8, right?
I think it's 20.
If you're making just a basic strength check, it's a D20, and then whatever your modifier is. So when you look at the top of your character sheet, underneath your basic skill set,
Okay.
whatever it says, like +1, +2. So roll a D20, and then just add whatever that modifier is to it, and that'll be your strength check.
Mine's 20, but I don't have a modifier.
Did you roll a
You
natural
have-
20?
Yeah, I rolled at 20.
Okay, so you walk up to that boarded up window, and I mean, you put a straight sucker punch into that board, and it just cracks like it was like an eggshell. It breaks so easily. It's almost like you were just crushing paper in your hand. Like, it was just so easy, and you got it so quick. Now you'll pull apart the boards on the frame, and outside the streets are now lit up with lanterns on the sides of the road, and the sun is completely set, and now it is just dark outside.
Does anyone else find?
Sorry. No, you good.
Does anyone else find it odd that the tiefling knew exactly where we were supposed to go?
Very.
Heck, even without the map, he exactly knew where we needed to go, the townhouse. And that he probably even know about the woman inside as well. It just doesn't add up.
It's a whole setup that he's got planned for us, and we fell into his pond. But for now, I think it's best we find a place to rest. At least until daytime.
I think that's the
I
best
agree.
plan.
Stop licking my foot! I'm sorry, my cat keeps going after my feet for some reason.
So you guys want to like
Sorry.
crawl out of the window and leave the house completely?
Yeah, we're gonna leave the house.
Okay.
Get out of this house.
So you climb out of the window, and it's a good like 5-foot drop, so you drop onto the ground and move out of the way so people can get out. You all get out, and as you look around, there's nobody to be seen. There's not a single tiefling in sight. It is just, the street is almost dead. And most likely because people have gone home, they're done with the day, and they're going to rest and spend time with their families. You can either start heading towards Falkirk, or you can try and find a tavern or an inn within Trigon.
Find a tavern within.
Yeah, let's find a tavern.
Okay?
Yeah, haven't.
So, as you walk down this very clearly dead street, the only thing that you can see is a very small inn on the right-hand side of the road. It looks a little bit on the older side, but it doesn't look abandoned. It's got lights coming out of it, the lanterns on the outside are lit, and you will walk in, and there will be a young tiefling woman at the reception desk. I don't have a reference picture for her, I apologize. As you walk in, she seems to almost kind of perk up in excitement because she hasn't seen anybody in a couple hours, considering the time. She looks at you guys and she goes, "Well, what can I help you guys with? You guys look tired. Can I get you a room?"
Yes, please.
That sounds lovely.
Alrighty, well, it's going to be 2 gold.
Or just one person, or each?
Well, so our 1-bedroom rooms are going to be 2 gold, and our 2-bedrooms are going to be 5 gold.
How many rooms do you have occupied at the moment?
Currently we're pretty empty. I think we've only got maybe, out of the 10 rooms we have, I think only 2 or 3 of them are occupied at the moment.
Look, guys, I'm tired. I'll pay for the rooms. You don't have to worry about it.
So are you gonna buy 2 bedrooms per, or 2 bedrooms?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. So you'll only have to buy 2 rooms. So that'll be
Okay.
10 gold.
How much? 10 gold. All right. Give me a second.
Some pretty steep prices in this town.
Too steep if you ask me, but I ain't complaining. All right, we're good.
So as you hand her the gold, she gets very excited that she made business. She puts it away in this small compartment underneath the reception desk she's in. She turns around and she grabs some keys and she hands them to you and goes, "You will be in room 7 and 8.
As we let's head up towards the our rooms.
So, as you guys are all heading towards the room, you're walking down this. It's a pretty decent-sized hallway. Like, you could fit 3 people side to side. It's not too massive, but it's not exactly huge. And as you're walking, all of a sudden, in front of all of you, this mist emits from the ground. And this figure, you can't really tell what she looks like. I mean, you really can't tell anything about her, except for that she's just there in front of you. And I got a reference picture. She looks at you, and she tilts her head a little bit as she's looking at you, and she goes, "What have you discovered?" And that's it. She just looks at you, wondering what you've found out.
Did you know about our mysterious friend at the shack?
If I asked you what you've discovered, do you think I would have known such a thing?
Damn.
Sarah just kind of looks at her and is like, "Why wouldn't we actually tell you?"
Trust
Who are
me,
you?
I am no enemy. I just want to know what happened.
Well, we killed a wolf and found her little sacrificial burial. Other than that, that's about it.
The mysterious figure kind of looks off to the side for a moment, and she thinks to herself, and then she takes in a deep sigh, and then she looks back up at you guys, and she goes, "Why would they do that?" And then she just suddenly disappears, and she's gone.
Ay, ay, ay. If it ain't one
Okay.
thing after another. Look, guys, I'm tired. I want to sleep. If that's alright with you, I'm heading to bed.
So, since I don't want to try and figure out who's all in what rooms, we'll just say you guys all went to bed, and you had a restful night's sleep, and everything was fine. You wake up in the morning, and you all will meet downstairs in the lobby to discuss what needs to be done next.
Okay. By the way, Coyote, he left.
Yes, I saw.
Okay.
I am going to record these, at least of our voices, so then people know, if they're not here, what happened last time.
Yeah.
So I'll have him watch the video towards the end, since that's all he missed.
Okay.
So now you all are in the lobby of the inn that you're in. The sun is just now rising over the hills, and the sun is beginning to brighten up the streets again, and there's noise, and there's bustling, and people are moving around again.
Well, I don't know, but
You could.
I don't know about you guys, but after the mysterious stranger, a werewolf attack, and a sacrificial burial ground, plus with that lady who we just saw last night, I want to say that this is no coincidence, but with everything that's have happened, you guys are going to be in or out. Because honestly, this is just too much to pass up.
Yeah, this is exactly what I've been looking for. I say we head out immediately to the place that I didn't hear correctly that the previous owner of the book was. How about we go and try to find him?
Not a bad idea. What about you guys? What are you guys thinking?
just sitting there drinking out of a small bag. It is blood, just forewarned. And he looks at him. He's like nodding because he's just more focused on trying to gain his hunger. He nods yes. That's animal blood.
Alright. Oh, okay. Alright. What about our other friend? What about you? You in?
I'm definitely.
Oh, let's see. Alright. It's official. Haha. New adventure awaits.
So now, as you guys all leave the tavern, you're gonna start making your grand adventure towards Falkirk, which is about a 2 to 3 day walk.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where the session will end.
Well,